Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of In Touch with Steve Cherundolo. I'm Vince, that's Steve. Every week we do a theme here, and Steve normally has zero problems with the theme, but this week, because today, June 21st, is World Music Day, I want to talk to you about music, and you were kind of nervous. World Cup guy, kind of nervous, why?
Yeah, I would just say my knowledge of music is not great, to put it bluntly. I think I can enjoy music, and I definitely can feel music, but I think I just don't have time for music.
We got to work on that for you.
Yeah.
We are going to, from this episode, we're going to get you, you're going to become full vinyl guy, you're going to be listening to music all the time,
Okay.
You're going to be giving me references. But let's do something that's in your wheelhouse first to warm you up. Let's talk a little bit of football.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Seattle. So you go to Seattle after international break, and I want to know, that game had a level of intensity that felt, like you said, like a playoff game. But coming off a break, how do you get the team ready to have that level of intensity? Because it was a little bit of a surprise.
Yes and no. I think we always expect that in Seattle. At least you have to expect that. But, you know, both teams sort of off a break. They had one game prior to our game, but they've had a long season, a lot of games, a lot of injuries. So maybe it wasn't as expected to have that high of a level and intensity, but it was there. And I'm very proud for the guys. They showed up for the fight. Mm-hmm. And like I said, after the game, they pushed back, which is a great sign for me and the staff to see, and obviously for the fans and for the players themselves too.
Cardinal headed to the back post and in! Goal, LAFC!
I want to ask you about summer, and you had those 2 weeks to work with the guys. I know you had some international guys out, but you had talked about how you wanted to introduce possibly some new tactical ideas, and I'm wondering what kind of ideas or how are you gearing them towards these hot months of summer where the games will change and tactically you got to get a little bit smarter?
You know, having played this game for so long, I understand the necessity of revisiting certain topics and movements and certain plays. And so revisiting those topics in the past couple of weeks was very important. And after reviewing the tape of Seattle, I'm really glad we did.
And in your mind, how do the hotter months change the way you have to play the game?
You can't go out and approach every game with an all or nothing manner and go after for 90 minutes. You can mentally, but physically you're going to have to take your breaks, which means you're going to have to learn how to defend in a lower block defensively to conserve some energy and play a little more discipline. So usually the teams in these games that are hot, and this Saturday will be hot, who have the ability to stay in their structure over 90 minutes, most likely will come on top.
All right, we're gonna move on to music. Are you ready?
Yeah.
First, who's this woman on my t-shirt? We talked about it.
Oh, Joan Jett.
There you go.
It's on the shirt though. Yeah, okay.
Queen of rock and roll, Joan Jett.
Yeah.
I love rock and roll, you know that now. Look, Steve, you have a common problem that a lot of us have.
Yeah.
You like music,
Yes.
You just maybe don't remember song titles and band members. That's fine.
Yeah, it's due to lack of intelligence maybe, or it's just lack of time in the industry.
No,
maybe?
I'm telling
I
you,
don't
you
know.
just need to listen to more music, get
Okay.
back into
Okay.
it. But between myself, I do enjoy music quite a lot, and our crew, who everyone enjoys music, will help you out. Okay? You'll be
Okay.
good.
Got
You'll
it.
be good. So let's start with an easy one. What was the last concert?
The last concert not too long ago, so that's easy. J-Lo here in LA.
J-Lo, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Your style of music.
No, I would say no, but an amazing performer, incredible lady. She put on a good show. She has a beautiful voice, full of energy. Awesome. Really enjoyed it.
Do you dance? Did the wife make you dance?
I don't.
You move your feet? You move
Maybe,
your hips,
maybe
dance
a little bit. Yeah, maybe.
Bands you've seen the most?
The bands I've seen the most have probably been punk rock bands back in San Diego growing up. Unwritten Law, definitely seen a few times. Pennywise, Green Day I've seen a few times. And in Germany, I actually saw Bad Religion.
So Bad Religion in Germany, that's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
in Hanover.
Was it a festival or?
No, small venue. They always have good punk rock bands. It's called Capitol. It's the name of the venue. If you guys are watching, we love your shows.
Steve, you said that music isn't really your thing, but everyone has to have one of these, and it's a karaoke song. What would be your karaoke song?
That's
Did you have to sing songs in Germany, like when a new player joined the club?
so. Yeah, yes and no. You have a choice. You can tell a joke, you can sing a song, or you can dance in front of the group.
Mm-hmm.
I think I opted for the joke, or something along those
So
lines.
next theme, comedy.
Yeah,
And what is your karaoke song?
I think I'm gonna go Red Hot Chili Peppers, Under the Bridge.
Under the Bridge. Good LA song.
Yeah.
So there you go. This is where we're gonna have a little bit of fun, kind of like the coffee episode. And if you remember the coffee episode, Steve, who is a certified barista, told us about making different coffee drinks and then paired them with an LAFC player based off their player characteristics. We are gonna create a band, an LAFC band. To me, the perfect band is 5 members. Lead singer, rhythm guitar, lead guitar, bass, drums. That's it. And we're not basing it off of their musical ability. We're basing it kind of off of the characteristics they bring. So drummer, backbone of the band, the heart and soul. Who are you picking from this LAFC squad to be the drummer of our band?
But drummers are also
Weird.
a little, I wouldn't say weird, but a little crazy.
Yeah?
At least the ones that I've come across, but in a positive way. Also, like you said, the backbone and life of the band. So I'm gonna have to go with Cheeky is one of our most consistent performers and the backbone in a lot of ways for the team, but also an individual and has his own characteristics and own personality that we've learned to love and respect, but is also different. And so he stands out, but kind of also on his own a little bit.
Yeah.
And so for me, that's a drummer.
I like it. So let's go to bass player, part of the rhythm section. So he is also kind of that core, keeping time. But bass players, every once in a while, they get to branch out a little bit, maybe a little bass solo, a little
Easy.
extra note hit. Oh, easy. Okay. Who do you got?
It just flew right in.
Okay.
That's Ilya Sanchez.
Okay.
So he definitely is our guy. He gives us tempo and rhythm on the field. He's steady, which is bass guitar is in your head. It's a steady rhythm, and then you have every once in a while flashes of brilliance where he comes forward and scores a banger. So that's Ilya Sanchez. That's
Yeah, a little bit rises to the top. I'm thinking that banger he scored, and then even just the Seattle game, that through ball he threaded to Chicho about 40 yards on the ground. I mean, that's something special. This was the instrument that I played. I was a rhythm guitar player in my band, so I'm very curious to hear who you would like to choose as our rhythm guitar player.
All right, so the Vince of LAFC.
Yeah.
I think we'll go with Brian Rodriguez.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, you like it already, huh?
Well, you know, rhythm guitar players are the best looking guys in the band, so it's a good start there with Brian Rodriguez.
You're not a rhythm guitarist if you don't master your trade and your instrument, and so I think Brian does that in his position. Would be a great addition. He'll have a lot of fans. Certain type of fans will be of Brian, so it works. It works.
Everyone loves a rhythm guitar player.
He's a solid band member for sure.
We're getting down to the final two. A lot of people would say the most important in the band. Let's do lead guitar. The guy that thinks he's the celebrity, the star of the band, always kind of a little bit in conflict maybe with the lead singer. But you know, at the end of the day, everyone loves guitar solos.
I think that's got to be Latif Blessing.
Yeah, he's a soloist. He is a soloist a bit in life.
I don't know how many conversations I've had with Latif, and I've enjoyed every single one, and they're always entertaining. I'm not sure how much he's actually listened and applied. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
He's amazing. That's why we need him in our band as well.
He's a
as
star
the lead
man.
guitarist.
Yes.
He's a little star.
All right, now we're on to the big one. The lead singer who's fronting our band. This is the Mick Jagger.
This is tough.
The Steven Tyler.
This is tough.
It is tough.
I think I'm gonna go with Carlos.
It seems like an obvious choice.
It does, but I think the Carlos that most people know is very clear. I think in a band, a different side of Carlos will come out. And I think the influence of the band members would make this an incredibly interesting band, and then you'd see a completely different side of Carlos.
I think if there's any chance we could get those 5 together and just get instruments in their hands for like a minute, I would love to see it.
Without instruction, I think it'd be a disaster, but give us some time and we'll be okay.
In that case, if we're gonna name this band, I'm gonna name it after a band that I love, John Spencer Blues Explosion. We'll call this Steve Cherundolo Goals Explosion.
All right.
Yeah, that was...
No,
So, my apologies, guys. Again, this is not the comedy episode, so we're gonna...
I'm not in love with it, but
Yeah, neither am I.
we can work with it.
After I said it, I realized immediately it was the wrong way to go. But that's how we'll end this episode. Thanks again for joining us on another episode of In Touch with Steve Cherundolo, and we'll be back next week.